Look at it. Who's here? Well, we got another lawnmower. This one's for Mick, because he loves them so much. But if you really look at this old lawnmower, it's not in that bad a shape. It looks bad, but it isn't that bad. So once again, right, a neighbor is not working full time, and she had a lawn service and she had to get rid of her lawn service, but she was using her brother's lawnmower. And I said, well, have you got anything in the shed? And she said, yes, I got an old lawnmower in the shed. And I had no idea that this was going to be such an old lawnmower. I checked the oil. I took the air cleaner off, so we're going to squirt some Go Juice into that air cleaner. Put a bunch in so we can float it and make more work for ourselves. Let's just see if it does anything. Should fire. That's gonna go. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, I think it's good enough to save. Brake even works, eh? A little squeaky. I haven't even looked underneath. Let's have a look right now together. Oh. Okay. It was put away with the grass underneath. I'm going to blow that off with the pressure washer. All right. Now that it's not icky poo poo, we can have some fun. You guys knew I was going to do this, right? I put this rag in here to keep the water out while I pressure washed it. We'll stick some gasoline in here. I should have used some older gas, but that's okay. In fact, yeah, let's just do that. Let's get a vessel. Give her a mix. We'll pour this out. See how bad it looks. You know what? I think we got a wiener. That's not bad. Little tiny bit of water. Now we'll put some clean gas in there. That'll be worth 50 cents to find out, eh? So this is my gas can, and I put a bolt in it with a rubber tip. But I know it should be sealed, but this keeps it from evaporating. And I use so much of it that it's just a convenience thing. Okay, let's see if we can make it bark. Arr, arr. Oh no, there's gas coming out of the carburetor. The float is stuck open, or the whole carburetor's jammed. Well, it's fun time now. Till the daddy takes the T-bird away. And this is one of those transverse mounts, eh? It's a rear mounted engine. I'm just going to take this spark plug out of here. All right. Somebody's worked on this recently. Let's put something a little bit more combustible in there. Good. Is it still dripping gas? Not much. Okay, let's see if something happens. It does have fuel in it, remember? Now I'll put it on the stand. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, oh! It's done. Okay, we'll take that gas back out of there. Always wanted to save money, right? Whoops. Now we know we've got a clean gas tank. That was fun. Okay, let's get it up on the lift and get that carburetor off of there. Here we go. Let's get this thing taken apart. We may be able to just take off the carburetor, you know that? I found it. Some of you might not know I was looking for that crazy thing. Oh, and I just wanted to show you. This carburetor, or this carburetor, yeah, they're all carburetors. This mower's been worked on. It's got a Champion Briggs & Stratton plug in there. Let me show you that. And it's the modern one that I don't like with the small tip. It's called the 5861. And it's got the little tip on there. And these aren't as good a plug as you'd think. Just FYI. I'm gonna get why? It's a Champion. Yes, I think somebody's been in here, and it looks like the work that they've done has been okay. Excuse me, Dave. I got a cheat. Okay. Eyes down. I think that's the wrong primer bulb. Let's get that off of there. Uh-oh. We'll find out how far they went. Spark plug, intake manifold gasket, but this is really coming off not easy. But they didn't go into the carburetor. So, grasshopper. What are we going to find in here? Look at that. So that says one little story. So what, I bet you I bet you the float doesn't even go up and down in here. I'm going to just wipe that off and blow in it when it's in the down position. It's not really, it's there, it's sticky. So they did everything right to this mower, but they didn't do the carburetor. It's going to need love. Now, there was some flow from the gas. Let's get the other side off. Well, these are my favorite pliers of all time. They're even left-handed. Well, you know what I mean. I gotta go carefully. These old Tecumseh parts are getting rare. So hopefully that squirts through there. Now, barely. I know, I use a lot of this stuff. but in the big picture it's cheap. And I like cleaning carburetors for some reason. Okay, now we need this other jar here. Take up the moisture. Yeah, Mick, I'm going to wipe this for the first time today. I think that this has to come off. I do believe this is the wrong... the wrong primer bulb, so I'm just going to... Oh, gosh. It's a tough old thing. Right. Just getting the primer bulb out if I can. I'd like to do it without wrecking it. Wrecking this little bracket here that holds it in. Maybe, baby. Oh, it's broken. Or not. I don't know. It's just if it's slipping off or what the heck's going on here. It's broken. I might as well just grab. Oh, is it broken? Did I break it? Yes, I did. Good. Makes it easier to get rid of anyway. There we go. I'm gonna wash my hands right now. I'll be right back. All right, I'm using the Sten's primer, and I've had trouble with primer bulbs just recently, but Sten's are a good make, and oh man, I don't want to. There we go. This is an 8. Okay, I'll start again. Oh, it's already well stuck in there. That's good. Come, buddy. Come to me. This one's really grabbing well. It's probably because it's an older Tecumseh. But anyway, I think this is the right primer bulb. It's really hard to tell sometimes because these ones do a pulse of air, not a pulse of gas. Just a second. This is a really old Tecumseh. I remember the one I had, and I never had to work on it, right? Because I looked after it. But let's just tap this in here and see if we got a seal. Feels good. Feels real good. Okay, so now I'm going to put in a new needle and seat, I think, on this one. She'll be right back. Garbage day. So this is the needle that came out of the carburetor, and it is pretty crunchy. And I just happen to have one right here. Same length, same size. Looks good. So I'm going to stick it on this float with the... like that. And the pin. Okay. I'm going to use the old washer because the new washer is for the newer style Tecumseh. And you know what? I don't like these flimsy. I'd rather have the old one that's got a bit of jam to it. Okay, let's see if this works. There, I'm happier with that. And we'll get it back on the machine. I gotta check my spring configuration. Good. Okay, so on the one throttle arm that has, on these old ones, the spring comes underneath and goes through that hole there. And then their other arm, I just cleaned it up. There it is. It actually goes right onto the throttle arm in there with the side hook. Like that, and it just misses it. Now we're going to put them on the machine. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so the top one is the lever without the spring, and it goes to the throttle control. And the bottom one is the one with the spring, and it goes to the one that kind of moves around and floppily. Now we'll see if we can get a view of it. I haven't screwed the carburetor down yet. Right there. That's the hard one. And then the springy one goes on the other side on that long one. You saw that. Thank you. Well, I think we're ready to test this out. I'm going to use the same spark plug for now, even though I'm not in love with it. I'm just going to tighten up the two nuts to hold the intake manifold. There I've only got a quarter turn on one of them. We've got a new primer bulb. We've got a clean carburetor. We got fresh gas in the tank with no leaking. We have some oil in it. Oh, it's close to just a little over full. It should go. Just make sure nothing evil's going on underneath here. Blade is fair, so if it's good, we'll change the oil and sharpen the blade. I got a hunch I'm going to have to adjust something though. It's been sitting for so long. Okay, let's see what we got. Lawnmower. In view, sort of. Clamp. Let's do some priming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do a whole bunch because it's been a long time since this guy's running. Well, let's go. Let's see what we got. Well, that's good. Let's turn around a putty round and see if that helps. I don't like this. Come on. Might have to squirt it. Like we did earlier. Shouldn't have to now. But I tell you, it has been a long time since it lubricated itself too, right? Hook up the plug, yes, huh? I did. Uh-oh. I wonder if we got a timing issue. Seems like we do, eh? That won't take much to check. Excuse me. I think we got a timing problem. Let's just pop that cover off there and see. Something's just not right, eh? As soon as it backfires, it quits. It's pulling a little hard too, eh? And there are fresh screws on the housing. Magic machine. Get the rewind off. This is the good part about Tecumseh's right here, guys. One, excuse me, 2 1/4-inch bolts, and there's your rewind off. So isn't that cool? Now, I can inspect it, but I can't take the cover off. So if I don't believe myself, that is a 3/4. And we're going to use air. I'm not that strong anymore. No, I think I'm just as strong as I always used to be. I just don't have the endurance. Okay. Well, you know what? The keyway is halfway sheared. That just might make a difference. I'm going to pop that cover off and we're going to change the keyway. They can be tricky little devils, eh? 1, 2, 3. Gas tank. And I think they're 3/8 on the other two. It's been a while, but not that long. Oh. Oh yes, and the dipstick. That's back to 5/16 again. Where is that sucker? Right over here. Oh, that's a quarter. Okay. All right. I'm going to get my wheel puller. Be right back. All right. I know there's light behind me, but we're going to carry on. This is a strike anywhere guy. Thank you again. Pardon me. Thank you again. You know who you are. Well, we'll see if we broke it or if we got it off. That's all in one piece. That's off. Woo, baby! Oh, I tell you, the heat makes all the difference. Now, let's have a look at this together. Right here. So it was at an angle. That's all I can say. It might even have been on upside down, guys. I've seen that. All right, I'm just whoops, daisy. I'm just popping that clutch on there now, on the clutch, the flywheel in there now. At it and see what it looks like after I tighten it up. We're going to have to go with it now. Okay. I'm going to try and start that the way it is. Should be able to do it. Drill! Do as I say, and what does that do? Alright, I took a carburetor just like this one and had a look. And I really never ever did check to see if the holes in the tower were plugged on this one that's on the machine. So this is a replacement. We might use it. Okay, let's have a good look. Okay, I don't think you can see through that. You can see there's a yellow, oh, not on that one. There's a yellow hue coming out of that, but it's plugged. So I think that's it, my friends. Yeehaw! So let's just unplug it. Good. I'm just gonna seesaw through there, and I bet you that's our problem. One little hole, and I probably should have run this one through the ultrasonic cleaner, but you guys know me, I'd rather clean a carburetor than... Okay, we're getting bigger on that. That's a fairly big hole, so let's go jump right up to something that's substantial. Yeah, that'll do it. Trouble is I'm getting hooked up. Now we're going to squirt some juice through there. Should go right through, eh? Got it. That's it. I am sure it's good now. Yep, now you are. Got a battery alarm, so me and my batteries. Write a song. Me and my battery, all alone in the world. They keep dying out on me. No reason at all. That's my song, guys. And the air filter. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's get her down there and see if it flies. Let's get you a new battery first. All right. Let's see if it goes now. If it does, I'm going to test high-low throttle, and then I'm going to push the primer to see if I can get it to sputter. That's kind of my method of testing primers. So let's go to mid-range on the throttle. The air filter's not in yet. 5 or 6 pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clamp for the throttle. Do this. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So I'm going to turn up the idle a little bit by adjusting these 2 screws and pushing that the throttle control back a little bit. And I'm going to sharpen the blade and change the oil. Alright, I adjusted the high RPM just a tiny bit. I think that's perfect for a single mum.